What's the name of this? There's so many thrown around. I don't know what we decided on.
The Doghouse. Okay.
Doghouse.
The Doghouse Podcast.
We're creating a ruckus. Did you see what I did there? This is the Doghouse on the sodpod.com.
From the sodpod.com studios, telling stories from around our little piece of Texas.
Ooh, baby.
This is the Doghouse Podcast with Michael, Chase, and Seth.
Hello.
Talking all things baseball in the Yellow City.
All right, welcome everybody. My name is Michael Knowles. Been a baseball fanatic my whole life, been a sports fanatic my whole life. I haven't played baseball since I had a coach pitching to me. So it's been a while since I've stepped on the field. I remember very, very vividly when I was younger going on family vacation with my parents, and we were driving through all of these small towns, and I would write the town name down and then come up with a mascot for a baseball team, right? I don't know if there's
Did Sod Poodle ever come up?
Yeah, so Sod Poodle was never, I was more like Bulls, Cavaliers, I think I might have been taking other names from other teams
What about
and
Jerky?
putting them together. The Jerky, no, not the Jerky.
So you weren't the name the team winner then?
I was not the name the team.
It's upsetting.
winner.
I thought we had a winner.
Yeah, no, I think I was far from the winner.
I'm Chase Whitney. I played baseball all growing up. In college, I played for a year at Seward County Community College in Liberal, Kansas. I'm just a huge baseball fan. I'm a stat nerd. Some obscure stat that nobody ever heard of or even noticed. So I'll be that guy in this still.
And I'm Seth Breeding. I grew up in the Panhandle, but I grew up in Childress. Went to school at WT for a long time, even though I don't have my master's.
A lot of people go to college for 10 years.
But my baseball career, I played, like I said, since coach pitch, T-ball, all the way through high school. Before we finish the introductions, what did you want the team name to be? What did you suggest?
Oh, so, you wouldn't be a true baseball fan and a true baseball fan of Amarillo if you didn't submit your own name, right? I was born and raised here. I've been told that you can actually watch your dog run away for 3 days because it is so flat here. So I was all about the Amarillo Flatlanders, but we saw where that got me, right?
Yeah, not even on the list.
Yeah,
not even top five.
Yeah, didn't even make the cut. Yeah.
That's kind of a good segue. What was your initial thought on the naming process, and how are you good with it now?
So I'm more than good with it now. I always tell people haters are going to hate. The people that hate it are just going to be the haters, and, just keep going with it. I love it. I love the process. I followed the entity that was naming the team, like, ridiculously close. So close that it was almost creepy, a little nerdy. Like I said, I'm a 30-year-old on Christmas Day with the Sod Poodles.
Once I saw when the logo came out and the colors, that's when I became okay with it.
Exactly.
When I first heard the name, I envisioned pink uniforms and like a poodle. I thought maybe they'd be wearing tutus or something. I'm definitely okay with it now. Now that I've seen, they did some really good branding with the logo and the colors and the Texas flag and everything incorporated into everything.
No one in Amarillo is going to call it a prairie dog anymore. It's obsolete. There's no such thing as a prairie dog.
Hey, like I said, when they rolled out the logos, I was like, okay, game on.
Yeah.
Like, this is sweet. This is cool. You got to understand the process. You got to understand what they're catering to, and you got to understand minor league baseball. You're not, this league is not about winning. It's about developing.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people in Amarillo, especially when they're talking about the Dillos that were here for a long time, they would say, oh, they're not even winning. I put a good product out there in the independent league, so I'm not going to go watch. I'm just sitting there thinking, like, that is not the point. AA is all about San Diego, AJ Preller and his team saying, hey, we want this guy to be the best possible player he can be. So if your starting pitcher is humming through 5 and they want to shut him down, you shut him down. Yeah. And, as fans, we got to realize that's what we're coming to see. We're coming to see the next generational talent.
Save! For those of you listening that might not know, San Diego had a minor league team here in the 80s.
Yeah.
And
Is it 87?
Gold Sox.
Somebody
Amarillo
said
Gold
fact check me real
Sox.
quick.
the Gold Sox.
But it was Padres. I do know it was the Padres.
It was the
Padres,
Padres.
yeah.
It was the Padres. But do we know some famous names that rolled through Amarillo back in the 80s?
Tony Gwynn, the
What?
all-time leader.
Was he? Did he
Yeah,
play for the Gold
for like
Sox?
23 games.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, my dad watched him play.
People don't forget.
And he's like the all-time major league leader in career batting average.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal.
So now we have the chance to replicate something like this. And then April 8th, the day we've been waiting for, April 8th, opening day. I think I'm just going to take off work. I think I'm going to take off work. The game's not till 7,
Calling
but I think
sick.
I'm going to take off work. Yeah.
Opening day
You gotta
should be
call it
national
sick.
holidays.
I agree.
Because the baseball's going to be awesome. The stadium is legit. And I cannot fathom that enough. They have glass freaking batting cages. They're going to cause so many wrecks because it's on.
You can
it's
drive
on-
down Buchanan
Yeah.
and rubberneck at the batting practice and possibly have a wreck.
You can. This is what is going to be awesome about Amarillo are these batting cages that line Buchanan Street, and they're behind the Sod Poodles dugout. So kids, me being a huge kid, you get to go up there and put your hands on the glass and your nose on there and watch these players take batting practice.
They will ask you not to lick it, but put your nose on there.
But that's not something that you normally get to see at a baseball game. Watch them do their cage work.
95, 96 sounds different. Okay, a guy with raw talent hitting the ball 120 miles, 110 miles an hour sounds different. And in Amarillo, you can go, you don't have to sit there and wait through 9 innings for that one shot possibly that night.
Yeah.
You can go in there, like I said, put your nose on the glass and just see
Right there to
What-
hear the crack of the bat.
yeah, what raw power sounds like.
Not from the stands, 20 rows up.
And again, this is the real deal. These guys are working their way to the show. We have guys that we thought would be here in Amarillo in 2 weeks, and they're not. And good for them. They're at the show. So this is the real deal.
2 for 3 on opening day for the Padres.
Yep.
Awesome. What was the other stat? The most multi-hit?
Yeah.
Is the youngest player to have a first time since 75.
The youngest player to have a multi-hit game since 1975, and that's Fernando Tatis Jr.
on opening day.
Yeah, on opening day.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
opening day.
hitting his first career at bat. Youngest player to start a game on opening day since Adrian Beltre, 1999. So-
Which was, I believe, the year that Fernando Tatis Jr. was born.
Really?
I believe
99 models in the MLB right now.
so. 99 models.
Strike!
Oh, you're talking branding though. Did you see the other day on the, I guess like the branding war, the best brand in baseball? It was a definitely a win for the Padres, but you see what it came down to?
It was, drum roll, Chase, who was it? Who did it come down to?
El Paso Chihuahuas
Chihuahuas.
But who won?
and the Sod Poodles.
right.
The winner being
winner-
the Sod Poodles.
Was the Sod Poodles.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry, I jumped the gun. I was real excited about it.
Yeah. I think we should make shirts celebrating.
Yeah.
2019 best name in minor league baseball.
First
I
victory.
like it.
Hashtag MILB March Madness.
Talking all things baseball in the Yellow City.
This is the doghouse.
Yeah, we are the doghouse. I don't
Yes.
think you want to be in the doghouse.
I'll live there, man.
This is the doghouse on the sodpod.com.